what is the solution that's going to protect us from the enemy's attacks is our faith, our belief in God. Like you said, tuning into that voice, because you got two voices, you got competing voices, but tuning into, okay, Lord, I want to listen to you. When my, if my kids are lost in a mall or on the beach or anywhere, and I'm like Weston, and they, someone's saying, hey, look at this, hey, come here, hey, little boy, like Weston, listen to the voice of the Father. So I want him to tune in to the voice of God. And so this is my faith. Now it's interesting. Paul says that to the church in Ephesus, but then Peter in 1 Peter 5 says, your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Resist him, standing firm in the faith. Here's that word again. Faith is our protection from Satan's attack. Now, if it was just Paul and just Peter, that would be interesting. But then in Luke 22, you have Jesus. And Jesus says to Peter, he says, Peter, Satan has asked me to sift you like wheat. To which I would be like, just say no. Just tell him no, Jesus. Just say no. Make like an 80s drug campaign and just say no. But he doesn't. He says, so I will pray for you that your faith will not fail. Now we see that word again 3 times. There's something to this idea that our trusting in the Father is our protection from the enemy's lies, from our protection from the enemy's attacks. So I really believe that he wants us, and you guys know this, he wants us to put our shield down. That's what, and then he does that through discouragement, through circumstances, maybe getting laid off, maybe a sickness, maybe a death of someone. And what do? We got our shield up, and we go, oh no. Oh no, we put our shield down, and then he comes full force. Boom, 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 boom. Shooting you from every angle with the lies, with the deception, the distraction. One thing that I see in the younger generation right now, the deconstruction, they're just out there like, what do I believe about God? I'm not sure. I'm spiritual but not religious, and really trying to look at every TikTok and Instagram reel, trying to figure out their new faith, some new spirituality. And I think in those moments, we have to go back to, okay, what is true? What's the truth that I can stand on? Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through me. And so we found the cornerstone. We found the strong foundation. We go back to the reality that God loved us so much that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. And I have to preach that to myself every single day, returning to the gospel and just the love of God through his Son.